Hey everybody, this is Dave coming to you from the Gaming Cave. Today we're going to wrap up our playthrough of A Glorious Chance, the naval struggle for Lake Ontario in the War of 1812. Legion Wargames and designed by Gina Willis. Alright, so we're going into September and we schedule our convoy. Well, I'm definitely taking my convoy here. I'm trying to get here before he does. And does the British take their convoy? No, he does not. Okay. So his convoy is going to be coming next turn. All right. New ships ready. So ships in make ready go to deployable. I don't have anybody in make ready, but he does. He has the Lord Melville now joins his force. Okay. Repairs, ships in repairing area to full strength. Go to deployable, US and British. So I have in repairing. So they go to my full strength now. So the Fair American and the Governor Tompkins comes back and he gets the Earl of Mora back. Okay. Well, he's back to full strength. I'm almost there. Let's see. Reduce ships in transit area move to repairing, but they do not flip over. I'm not going to get these two back, the Hamilton and the Oneida, in time. You're going to get ready at the end of September, but the battle will be over by then. Naval construction, when nobody has that. Naval balance. All right, let me add my naval balance up and see where we're at. All right, I total is 148. The British is 126. That's a difference of 22, which puts us greater than or equal to 16. So there'd be 7 target cards. All right, so we're set there. I have to assign my ships, and we'll find out if his troops are available. And then we'll play out our cards. Okay, so let me get my stuff assigned here, and we'll see where we're at. Okay, so I decided to put a patrol down here with the Growler and the Pert, and a patrol, that's Niagara, patrol in South Lake with the Conquest and the Fair American. A patrol in Sackets with Julia and the Raven. A patrol in Kingston with the Lady of the Lake, and a raid with the Asp up here in Kingston. Okay, then I still got my ships for reaction. And they'll be able to react to any one of these 3 zones because that's where we're adjacent. He could come here, he can go there. These guys, he can get to there, they can get to there. So I'm trying to interconnect and see what we get. No different strategy this time. I don't know. Let's see if it works. Right. AI troops, does he get the 3rd set? No, he does not. So they're not going to become available to the end. Okay, that's interesting. He's really had trouble getting his troops available. All right, adjust and shuffle target cards. So we'll get these bad boys shuffled up. And let's cut them. Oh, I got a South Lake right off the bat. This is 7 cards this time. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Well, it's interesting. Interesting mix this time. Okay. So potential South Lake 1. Okay. 1, 2, 3. Nope. 4, 5, 6 potentials. 4, 5, and 6. Here we go. Okay, first one is South Lake. So this is possible number 1. The second one is here in Sackets. The third one is in Sackets. The fourth one, the fifth one, and the 6th one. Oh my God, they're all right there. Okay, well, we'll see what happens here. He's going to likely be the one if they don't get it from somewhere else. Okay. Possible encounter. Okay, so the first one is here. So we first do a lake event check. And it is if a British convoy is running. It's not. Okay. And there is an encounter check. Okay, so that's here on South Lake. So he has 2 available. And we are at plus greater than or equal to 16. Well, of all the ones, there it is. Well, they're coming out to find me right here. All right, so they're on patrol. So this is exactly what the British wanted. They got a patrol mission, and they found me in South Lake. Okay. The good news is, let's see, encounter, replace possible encounter. So the encounter, repeat for each possible encounter. Look for the ship icon that British all, yep, make an upgrade check. Okay. We don't have to do that. Note the mission, British force, got that. Zone event. So now we draw an event card. 1 lake zone event per lake zone encounter this turn. Oh, so we actually, what I was checking was this. I wasn't checking the encounter yet, the lake zone. So we have the encounter. Now we draw one. This is for the actual lake zone event and the weather gauge. Oh, thank God. A new contingent of able-bodied workers helps pick up the pace of the British shipbuilding. Well, that's done already. I got the weather gauge, which means I'm going to pass. It takes us straight to reaction segment. All right, so we're going to try to react because this is it. So I'm trying to bring all of these guys, the raid doesn't, but all my other patrols and my harbor guys out here to see if I can help my guys. Okay. All right, so for the reactions, just want to make sure I'm rolling for the right number. Let's see, check reaction eligibility. 0 to 4 it fails, 5 to 9 it passes. Okay, here we go. We'll start with this group down here. 0 to 4, and they're -1 because they're a zone away. 5, which is 4, so he does not make it. Here comes the Julia, -1, 8. They made it, so they're coming down to join them. Lady of the Lake, 7, -1, she makes it. And my deployables out of here. No, dang it. I needed those guys. Okay. All right. So again, we have to draw. So our reaction checks are done. And we review it for the starting weather gauge. And it is the British. Okay. So in the reaction segment. So we're going to have to see. I know that they're not going to have any problem here. These are the guys I have. So we're going to have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 ships. I'm probably going to take a beating on this one. That was not what I wanted. And we'll place his ships over here. The good news is, I hope, that I might be able to get out of this, but we'll see. Or he has 6 ships. And we know that he has greater than 1 to 1. I don't have to add all that up for him right now. Okay, so we're going to be draw and select tactics. Okay, so my defenders draw first. I get 4 cards. I'm going to shuffle these bad boys up here. Man, I wanted to get those guys out of the harbor into this. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4 for the defenders. And on this card, there is nothing. Everything's available. So I have open range, escape, rake, and repel. Okay, so out of this, severe fire on the bane of the approaching attacker force. Attacker suffers a -1 die roll modifier. Result includes an attacker hit result. Roll for gunner hit result. 2 ships column. Alright, open range. A freshening wind lets British warships elude the U.S. Laker schooners' long guns and maneuver normally. Again, this defender tactic is used only by the British side. So that one's no good to me, so I can get rid of that. Escape. Add a DW to the lake combat. In addition, any defender ships that are hit in the round automatically pass the disengagement check. Rake. The defender force inflicts severe fire on the van of the approaching attack only once. The attacker suffers a -1. Repel. Negates a grapple. So I'm going to use escape because that's what I want to do. So we're going to try this, which will add a DW on mine. Okay, now I draw the attacker's tactic cards. Shuffle these guys up. He gets 5 of these. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. See if there's any dummies in here. There's a rake. There's 1 dummy. Okay, pursuit, sweep, outmaneuver. Okay, so now we shuffle these. And we're going to draw 1. Here we go. It is pursuit. Better seamanship gives the attacker force a chance to keep the defender from getting away. The current attacker... Oh, so these two are the same color? They negate each other. So there is no strategies. Okay. Well, took care of that. All right. Well, here we are. Combat ratios, half on the lone gun strength. Okay. So the British have 2, 3... 5, 7, 10. Half is 5. Then they have, oops, let's put them over here, 5. Then they have on their cannonades 2, 5, 8, 10, 14, 18. Ugh. That's what's bad. And their defender, 1, 2, 3, 4, 8, 13. Wow. So that adds up to be 11, 16, 36. The Americans have 1, 3, 6, 9. In half is 4.5. 4.5. 0, 0, 0, 0. And defense is 0. Wow. That's more than 3 to 1. I don't even have to go get my calculator for that. 36 to 4.5. These are like the weakest ships that for anything, so this could be brutal. Okay, so the British are attacking at 3 to 1, which is on this table right here, all the way out here. So we roll. And we get 8. Attacker 1 hit, defenders 7. So let's do the attacker hit first. See who gets hit. Okay, hopefully it'll be somebody that'll help me here on the attacker hit. We roll 2 dice. Remember the red die is the 10 digit. Oh, 66. And they have 6 ships. 6 ships on 6. Yes, I hit that one. I may get his commander. Who knows? He takes the hit for the British, which means we flip him over and he'll have 2 steps left. But that was a big hit on the wolf. That's going to take him out of the play a little bit. Okay, now I got to apply 7 hits. So I'm going to use this as my counter. So we'll start with number 7 right here. Okay, 7 hits on the defenders. Move that up out of the way. 7 hits. First hit is on 31. 31 on 5 ships. So 5 and 31 coming across. Let's see, it's this column. And 31's that dark line. Ship number 2 takes a hit. Okay. So there's 1 hit. In fact, I know a better way to do this. Hang on just a second. Let's get out all 7 hit counters right here. When I run out of them, I've applied all the hits. Okay, he took a hit. Next one is 25. 25 on 5 ships is going to be ship number 2. He takes a 2nd hit. Okay. Next, oh, I rolled it over here, but it's 34 on 5 ships. Ship number 3. Ship number 3 takes a hit. It's the Lady of the Lake got hit. Okay, hit number 4. 33. I think it's going to be 2 hits on him. 33 is the dark. Oh, just barely. Yep, but it is. So he takes 2 hits. Now they hit the middle of my line. All right. 33. Okay, I got to check if I get too many hits on a ship because he's actually striking his colors, but let me check on that one. All right, so this was a 33 on 5. I think it is ship number 3. He takes a 3rd hit. Okay. I'd rather them take the pounding. I don't see anything that says they wouldn't. 25 on 5 is ship number 2 again. So he takes another one. So they're really pounding those 2 ships. All right, and 23 is going to be ship number, nope, row 5, ship number 2. Okay, we hammered these 2. These guys took all the hits. Okay. All right, we got to roll. Check for the leader casualty. All right, so we're going to roll 2 to 9, nothing. 8. Oh, wait a minute. I think I got to roll 2d6. I think. Let me go back to that. It just was right there. Gosh. Let's see. Oops, gotta go back a little bit. Leader casualty. Oh, roll 2d6. A 10, he gets wounded, and 11 to 12, he dies. Here we go. Oh, bam! 11. We killed the commander. He's dead. Okay, I gotta see if I can. I think there's a leader for that. So the flagship, I killed the commander. That's big. All right, leader killed. Yes. Well, of anything, I got the right hit on the right ship. Killed leader effect on the British. Yao was succeeded by a generic leader. The British no longer get any command die roll modifiers on late combat table for the remainder of the game. All right. Killed their leader. Now, I got these guys who have to see if they strike their colors. All right, strike check procedure. die roll modifiers on a 0-step ship. He takes 2 hits, gets 2 die roll modifiers. So this first hit reduces the Lady of the Lake, and the second hit causes him to strike his color. So he's got 1 additional hit. So this is +1. And this is on the D10. So he has a +1 on the Lady of the Lake. A 5 + 1's a 6. And they strike their colors. I have one up here. Nope. So he struck his colors. This one took 4 hits. So the Julia flips over, and they're going to be a +2 on theirs. All right, so +2. 8 + 2 is a 10. I think he just sunk. Sinks. So he sunk, the Julia did. We'll put him in South Lake. And mark him with the destroyed marker. Okay. Now, make strike checks, move destroyed, disengaged, or struck colors, ships out of ship's column, and close gaps. So these guys, he moves out too, right? Because he struck his colors out of ship's columns and closed the gaps. So these guys close the gaps now. So I'm down to 3. Gunnery round 2. Attack preconditions, roll also on lake combat table, determine hits, casualties, recheck the weather gauge before you go to the close action round. So we have to come in for gunnery round 2. These guys are moving here, 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 here. He was left out back there, struck his colors. Okay. And we got to recalculate. It's more than 3 to 1, even with his, because I'm down to that. I don't have to recalculate. Okay, we got to roll. Here we go. This could be really bad. They got a 3. Thank goodness that helps. A 3 is attacker 1, defender 3, withdraw. Okay, so the attacker takes 1 hit. Let's roll their 1 hit. And it's on 41. He still has 6 ships. 6 ships, and a 41 is ship number 4. So ship number 4 takes a hit. That's this guy, the Sir Sidney Smith. So he's going to get flipped over now. He took his hit. He still has 1 step left. Now I take 3 hits. Okay, my first hit goes against number 15 with 3 ships. 15 on 3. 1, 2, 3 is ship number 1. He takes a hit. It's the Conquest. Ship number 2 is, ouch, 54. Sorry, hit my hand on my foot case. 54 on 3. 1, 2, 3 is ship number 3. Ship number 3 takes a hit. And finally, the last guy is 53, which is ship number 3. I think I just did that backwards, right? It was 1, 3, and now 3 again. Okay. So 3 hits. And we're going to roll for withdrawal. Okay, he takes the hit. I'll take that off, flip him over. Raven's in trouble. He takes 2 hits. which means the Conquest has to roll now to see if he strikes his colors. No modifier. And he has a 5. He strikes his colors. Okay. So he struck his colors. And now we got to check for withdrawal. All right, let's see. Withdrawal procedure, disengagement. Oh, you know what? I should have checked to see if he was going to disengage too. I'm going to do that. Even though he didn't get hit, he might have disengaged. And a 1, he did disengage. So he disengaged from the combat when he lost his commander. Now, would that have changed that? What was that roll? That was on 6 ships, and it was against ship number 4. So 6 ships and ship number 4. It was in that zone. It could have still been 4 or 3, but I think it was ship 3 actually, because it was up here. It's like a 42 or something like that. I don't remember it being a 45 or 46. So I'm going to say instead of ship 2, flip him back over, and they hit the Lord Melville, who took the hit. Okay. All right. Strike checks. Effects of struck colors. If the encounter ended because that side forced a ship, withdraw. Or strike colors withdrew or lost all its ships as synced. Okay, let's see. Still engaged. All right, let me check this. We do make strike checks. I did that. Check for leader casualties. There weren't any this time. Okay, I got to do a disengagement check for these guys. So he struck his colors. He's going to see if he disengages. 6, he does not. Okay, he struck his colors, so he's not doing anything. Right, move destroyed, disengaged or struck color ships out of ship columns in the gaps, but there's not going to be anything there. There's 2 ships struck their colors. And now, withdrawals. If encounter ends with both sides withdrawn, AW or DW, result of the side with the weather gauge electing to pass. Okay, if the encounter ended. Alright, so now I'm looking for the withdrawals. I gotta find that little rule. Yeah, there isn't a rule for that. The W makes them withdraw. Okay, so they withdraw. So then for the striking of the colors, a ship that strikes colors during late combat has lowered its ensign, If the encounter ended because the ship's original owning side withdrew or lost all its ships, the ship is captured. Okay, so both those ships just got captured. So these 2 now became captured. Okay. Excuse me. Okay. So I have the engagement ends, and they don't have any other deployable ships. We know none of these targets are going to happen now. So that takes care of this. This one's done. We'll put these up here. All of these event cards are finished. Tactics cards are all done. Set these down here for now. They have damaged ships. I have a damaged ship. I have a good ship. I have 2 ships captured and 1 sunk. Oh, I lost 3 ships there. Okay, here we go. So there's no more ops phase. There's nothing else. Coastal action. I do have a raid up here. Take these off of here because these were all done now. Okay, so I have a raid. So I'm going to get a victory point for my raid. Draw for the coastal event. I guess I got to do that first. Coastal event. Uh-oh, sudden storm. Place a sudden storm marker next to the drawing side's force effects. If it was a raid, no supplies can be captured. Okay, for the raid's victory, score 1 VP for a 2 victory point target. Thank God I went there. I get 1 VP because of that. Okay, so I got a VP. All right. All right, so we put this little sudden storm marker right there, which is going to have my victory points when I get to it. That's the only thing I had going on there. So we come over here and we're down here now. Destroyed or captured ships, VPs. All right, the British destroyed the Julia. So the Julia was worth each other schooner, that's 2 points. So on his victory points, he gets 2, 1, 2. And for his captured ships, this was the Lady of the Lake and the Conquest. So the Conquest is worth 8, and he gets 4, so that's 12 more. So he just went from -8, he gets 12 points. That's going to make him he's going to be 8. He now has, so there's 1, 2, that puts him at 10, 11, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So his 10 marker actually goes to there, and he is at 20 points. Mine's at 1, which gives me the 11. Okay. Well, he just flipped the table on me there with that naval battle. And I can't believe I can't get these guys into these battles. All right. Contested lake zones. Well, he's not, it's still contested here, so he doesn't get that. I have 1, so I get a victory point there. Land battle effects, raid VPs, I get another victory point right there. Oh, you know what? I had a unescorted convoy. It never happened because it happened right there, but I had an unescorted convoy, so I'm going to get my 2 points for my convoy supply, which gets me to 12 and gives me 5 more victory points. Puts me up to 19. Okay. And no blockade checks. So now we reset full strength ships to home port displays. So the British full strength goes back to there. The Asp comes back. The Fair American comes back. And these 2 guys come back. All right. Reduce ships to home port displays. Okay, so these 2 are reduced to his in transit. In transit. I have 1 in transit right here. Okay. Full strength ships in transit go to deployable area. Don't have that. Isolated ships, troop markers, unlaunched troops, newly available troops. Flip any convoy delays. Nope. Return all target cards to the deck. Return all event cards. Return all defenders. And do that. Okay. Oh, these guys are now out of the game. So the Julia was sunk. And these two are captured. They're out of play, but I'm putting them on his board. Oh, yeah, because he got his victory points. In fact, I can just take them all out of there now. Okay. All right. Well, I'm going to clean up the board, shuffle my decks, and then we'll play this last turn. Okay, we're on September 11th. This is it. Remove all target cards. Oh, with that symbol on it. Okay, there's not this symbol, not this symbol, not this symbol. This little symbol right here. I have to remove all these. So let me do that real quick. All right, got those out of there. We know that he's having a convoy this time. That's automatic. And we actually know he's going to have his soldier, so I might as well just get them out. And there it is, the third troop. Okay, so they're set. All right. Make ships ready. Repair ships and repair near flip over. So these guys flipped over. So they're done. Next turn, if there was another one, they would have been able to come back. Reduce ships in transit. They move to the repairing area. He's got some that move in there. Okay, naval construction. Now I got to check naval balance again. Okay, well, surprisingly, I still scored 124 because I have my major ships. He lost a big one, so he's at 62. So we are now at 62. So I'm back up to 6 target cards. All right. Okay, AI troops, we did that. So I got to place my ships, and then I will be ready to draw my target cards. All right, I'm running a patrol in Sackets, a patrol in Kingston, and a raid in Kingston, trying to get some victory points. So we can draw 6 cards. This is the reduced deck. I took out all those ones that told me to take out. And let's give them a cut. Right there. All right, here we go, 6 cards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Okay. Out of that, he's going to have, for possible encounters, Sackets 1, Kingston 1, Sacket 1, 3 of them. Okay, so it goes 1 right here at Sackets, 2 be that patrol, and back over to Sackets. Okay. Mark them on the map. Draw an event cone card. Let's give this a quick shuffle. Okay. And the event card says extra men. A new contingent of able-bodied worker helps pick up the pace. Nope. Okay. So we have that, and it was, yes, an encounter. So possible encounter becomes an encounter. We change our marker to encounter, and we flip this card over. He has 3 troops, and he's sending them out. Here we go. This is Army support. Uh-oh. This force does not deploy unless the USS Pike and or Sylph are still in the construction or repair area of the U.S. home port display. Okay, this force does not deploy unless the Pike and Sylph are still in the construction. So they did not deploy. All right, so that encounter ended. Now we go, possible encounter number 2 is here. So we have to check. This is another lake zone. This lake zone is sickness. Bilious fever, dysentery, chills are ravaging U.S. Navy in the Great Lakes and leaving its ships undermanned. Reduce the close action strength of every U.S. ship deployed to this lake zone by 1 point this turn. 2 points for the USS General Pike. Also increase the U.S. construction delay value by 1. Okay, I don't have to worry about that. But now we have sickness, and that also is a possible encounter. We flip this one over, and there is no encounter. Okay, well, we come back to possible encounter number 3, which we already have this zone, this. So now we just check to see, is there an encounter? There is not an encounter. No encounter. So that 3 comes off of there. There were no encounters. Okay. That's the first time the British haven't come out to tangle with me. So no lake combat. So now we do enemy ops phase. Follow steps C1 and C2. See if there will be any operations this turn. That's the one I just... That was number 2. Oh yeah, number 3, they did not draw the encounter. So we did not draw this card over. Okay. On each revealed target card in left to right order, check for a possible British deployment. Place all the remaining ships in that lake zone. Crap. Here we go. He goes. Army support. This force does not deploy if the Niagara front marker is in Fort George. Well, it's Niagara. Control required. Fort George, Fort Niagara. My success went that way. I had troops there. I got to check that now and see what that means. Okay. Okay, I would say they're not in Fort George, so he deploys his troops. So this group comes down here, and they're going to deploy their troops. So I do not have anybody down there that can intercept them. Okay, once that's done, that's done. So they're going to do land battle. So they have long gun strength attack. 2, 3, 5. So he's here, but he has 3. So we're going to roll. Just going to roll the dice. 62. What a great roll for them. Attacker, major success. British. 2 spaces to the right. So here, this goes 1, 2. So it went back that direction. Okay. That's the end of that phase. I have a coastal action phase. He gets a success now on that one. His troops are left there at Fort George. I guess mine would have been in Fort Niagara. Okay. Yeah, mine were there. His go there. I see. All right. Oh, I did not launch my coastal event. What happened? Heated shot. This event affects only a drawing side's force conducting an Army support mission. Randomly select a ship from the force and mark it damaged. The ship can't add its long gun strength to the land battle. In the tally and reset phase, send the ship with its damage marker to its home port. Okay, so one of these guys got damaged. 1, 2, 3, 4. So from the bottom, we'll go by 2. Let's see what we get. Oh, wait a minute. By 3, I got 12. I can roll. Is that right? No, I need a 12-sided die to do that. I've got one over there, I think. Here we go. It is, number 1. So the bottom guy, he got damaged. He does not get to count his long gun strength. So that long gun strength is now 3. Let's see if that makes a difference. It does not. It's still 1 to 6. So it didn't change anything. Okay. But we wanted to do it right. Okay. Coastal event, conduct the land battle, place the marker at the land battle result on the coastal target. So he got success on his. I had success on mine, but that was all done. Destroyed or captured. Okay, so I have to do my raid. So here's my raid. There's no coastal event. So I'm going to get my raid is going to be done. And I'm going to roll. It won't matter for the supplies. All right, so here we go. I lost control of my zone down here. He got it, so he gets a victory point right there. I get count land battle, Niagara front, raid victory points. I got 2 for that one. So I go 1, 2, and this is up to 20 now. Okay. We're even. Let's see. Land battle effects. Raid VPs. Just convoy. His convoy is going to go through. He gets 2 more there. No blockades, full strength ships and all that stuff. Okay, so here for the victory points here. Victory points, see page 18 for conditions. So let's see what this says now. 18. Niagara front. This is the final turn of the game. Check at this step to see if a side has won an Army victory. British win an Army victory and score 10 victory points if the following are true. The 9 markers in the far right space. It's not. The lake zone. All of them. So they do not. The Americans win if the Niagara firm is in the far lace and, oh man, I was so close. Okay, so no victory points added there. All right. So that brings us to the end, and we add up our victory points. Well, I have 21, he has 21. That's a draw. So we did not, there is no victory celebration in this game. A -10 to +10 point difference is a draw. We're dead heat draw. My failure to damage his ships and sink them really cost me. Those couldn't get out to port to help my ships, and that's what cost me. All right, well, that's the end of this game. I can see things I would do differently if I played it through again. It'd be interesting to do the British side now, see what the difference is, but you can definitely see there's things you can do differently in the game than what I did, probably to change the outcomes here. I was really counting on those guys coming up here, but they drew their Army support card at the wrong time, and I could not get them out of port into a battle with me. So I was really hoping for that. I really wanted to tackle those guys and give them the pounding they've been giving me, but it didn't work out that way. All right, So hope you enjoyed it. If you're new to the channel, please subscribe, and as always, leave comments and give me a thumbs up. I'll see you guys later.